All right, so if you're a beginner level copywriter, then I'm sure you've heard about all of these outreach methods like IG DMs, cold emails, and all that different stuff. But you might be overwhelmed and you might not know how to really do outreach in a proper way, how to get clients, how to get your first couple clients, especially as a beginner. And so in this video, I will show you my favorite way on going about doing cold DMs. So I'm not going to do cold IG DMs because usually I shit on cold IG DMs and I hate them. Cold IG DMs, by the way, they only work if you do them in volume. So you need to send out like at least 500 to 1,000 per day so that you can get decent results. And if you are, broke, if you don't have the money, if you don't have the time for that, obviously no one has the time for that, then that's just a bad way of doing outreach. But there are other ways, and especially one of my favorite ways to do cold DMs is LinkedIn. The other one is Facebook, but I'm not going to talk about Facebook today. So today I will show you how you can sign your first couple clients on LinkedIn, because I actually signed my first copywriting client ever through LinkedIn. It was a commission deal, and I'll show you at the end. I'll show you the chat just to give you some proof, and you can also take a look at my portfolio to see that I also wrote for this guy. So there's no fake in here. Everything that I say and actually everything that I talk about in a video, I want to make sure that that is something that comes from my experience and not just something that I want to give you as value, but then at the end of the day I cannot back it up, that it doesn't work or whatever. I'm sure that LinkedIn still works, but you might need to tweak it a little bit, or put in the effort to have your own offer and stuff like that. Basically anything that we just discussed in the last video. If you haven't watched it so far, it is my most important YouTube video probably one of my most important YouTube videos that I ever created. So make sure you watch that. But for now, let's jump into LinkedIn outreach. All right, so this is how it looks inside LinkedIn. We're in my account right now. Basically, before jumping into how to find those high ticket clients and then also how to sign them, I will show you I will run you through the basics of, the profile. It's very similar to Upwork. On LinkedIn, you also need to have a really good profile. Obviously on IG, you need to have a good profile. Anywhere where you can have a profile and reach out to other people, you want to make sure that first things first, your profile needs to look really, really good. It needs to look professional, and it needs to look like you're actually a human being and like you kind of know what you're talking about. So for me, that is a nice, clean, professional looking picture. I have that same picture that I run on Upwork just because it looks really corporate, it looks professional. I'm looking straight to the camera. There's no fancy background, and I'm wearing something, I'm wearing a blue shirt. I'm wearing something more corporate, so not like a hoodie or some shit, not a cap or something like that. So make sure that you always have like something clean. And then also my thumbnail, that's the thumbnail that I use on YouTube, and I kind of liked it, so I feel like it also looks professional. And then on my LinkedIn personally, I do grow my personal brand through copywriting too, so my target audience is split in between the people who I reach out to and also the people who I target with my content through copywriting. So my content most of the time targets copywriters. So I have two things in my bio that kind of qualifies me in both areas. One is my words printed over $400,000 in sales for course creators. So this is something that is interesting for my niche. My niche is course creators, and so if I can have some authority in that field, that is something to my advantage that I always want to leverage. And then helping copywriters make a full-time income with writing. So that is something that aims towards copywriters so that they kind of feel like, oh, okay, this is probably someone who can help me. And course creators get at least 50% more conversions through their sales funnels. So it's kind of targeting both of these target audiences. Now, obviously, you shouldn't be a copywriting content creator or something. Like you're a normal, regular copywriter. You should make sure that you only aim at one of these target audiences, because aiming at two of them most of the time isn't that beneficial. But I just want to use my LinkedIn account for both ways. So I want to share some valuable content to copywriters there, but I also want to do outreach occasionally. I haven't started doing outreach on LinkedIn again yet. I was doing outreach last year. Right now we're using other methods for the agency. So like cold emails, Facebook DMs, Instagram DMs en masse with an appointment setter team. And then we're also going to run Facebook ads. But if I will start running outreach on my LinkedIn account, this is how I would do it. And then basically you want to make sure that, your profile, obviously, the description is clean, everything's clean, but then also your about text is really important. My about text is basically my profile description from Upwork. I just copy pasted here and tweaked a few things simply because I think that is already strong enough for people when they come to my page and they read through it. So I have two testimonials here from two of my past clients. with performance. That is really important if you have testimonials. It's always better to have numbers in there. So one of my clients said I 2x'd his conversion rates. The other one said the landing page conversion rates went from 10 to 20%. So always have those numbers, so then it's more tangible. People are actually more convinced that you're the right person. And then, I just talk about some of my experience, that I was working with Ty Lopez and stuff like that. Then these are some of my achievements. So like emails, 1 million plus emails opened, over $400,000 generated, and my Facebook ad stats, and then what I can do for them. So that's also important. So what can you actually do for people? What are your exact services? So for me, that's emails, landing pages, social media ads, and then who I mainly partner with, who I mainly work with, that's online coaches, course creators, and sometimes also service-based businesses. So I kind of have 3 niches, but they're all very, very similar. Most of the time you want to have only one niche, but these 3 niches are very similar with each other, and that's where I have most of my experience from. So it's always also important, where do you have the experience? And then you can also run 2 or 3 niches. And then if you are more active, I'm posting social media posts for copywriters here, so that is kind of what people will see. I don't think that's a problem with clients, but if you can post more something towards your niche, so tips for course creators or online coaches, that might be going good. But in my opinion, you don't really need to be really, really active for people. Maybe you can post something in communities or something. That is most of the time something that people value much more than just posting on your account. It's similar to, on Instagram, when you post those Canva kind of posts that everyone posts with the tips on copywriting, no one will really value that. But if you're active in the community, people will see you, and then from the community, people will be like, okay, they might be texting you first or whatever, because then you kind of establish yourself as an authority, and then people who come on your profile, they might also see your posts there. So that's about it from the account side. Now I will show you how you can find those types of clients that you're looking for, because on LinkedIn, which is really, really great, is you can actually filter through your clients. You can actually, search for your type of clients, which is much, much better than in Instagram. On Instagram, you might be only, targeting one type of client. You find them, and then you need to find other clients that are related to them. So you kind of go to the recommended pages, or you go to the followers of this client, which is kind of sometimes can be a pain in the ass because prospecting can take so long. But on LinkedIn, you can do lots of stuff here. And I'll show you how to do that right now. So first of all, you want to make sure that you're targeting your niche. And as I already said, my niche are online coaches, service-based businesses, but also course creators. And most course creators, they don't have their title as, course creator in their description or in their bio. Most of the time they have something like, helping, their avatar or their target audience go from this to this, or helping them with XYZ, right? So it's most of the time it's hard to find those course creators. But what I can do is I can target online coaches. The thing that I don't want to do is target online fitness coaches, because most of the time they don't have money. They're very saturated. They don't have a solid understanding of marketing. Fitness niche is actually the worst niche that you can target. But let's say for my niche, I like to target online coaches in a different space. So whether that's online sales coaches or online business coaches or online SMMA coaches or something like that, right? All of these people who make more money, then I can simply put in, online business coach. And then I can click on see all results. And then you will already see that there's some people who, have online business coach in there as their title. But what I can do is I can filter for only people, because you can also look for jobs and posts and stuff like that. So if I look for people, now I will find only people. And the next thing how you can filter on LinkedIn, which is pretty great, is that you can also look for locations. As I mentioned in the cold email video, I like to target people from English-speaking countries because they have more money. They probably can afford my services. So I'd like to target United States, United Kingdom, and then, basically the big 4 English-speaking countries, Australia and Canada. And then if I go to show results, they will only show me online business coaches from those countries. And then I will have 51,000 leads who are, basically online business coaches, and I can, reach out to every single one of them. And basically what I want to do from here, I don't want to just blindly target all of these people, but what I can do is I can simply go to their profile, take a look. And that's also an important part, is you want to qualify the lead. Make sure that those are the right type of leads that you want to work with and that you can get results. And if I can see that, she only has 200 followers, it's kind of like, it doesn't look too professional or something that is too qualified, then I also don't need to work with them. But the cool thing about LinkedIn also is it's like similar to Instagram, where you have people here. So what I can do is I can actually, also target people who are similar to her. And maybe those are more qualified leads, but are just in the same niche. So this guy says helping business owners and marketing managers grow their business through omniprice marketing strategies. So that's probably a marketer It's not really something that I want to work with because that's kind of a freelancer like me. That's kind of like a copywriter. So I might pass on that. I can pass on that. But, as you can see, I have this long list of just online business coaches that I can reach out to. I take a look at this second here. She looks more qualified. She has like a banner that is really professional, a profile picture that is really professional. She has over 1,500 followers. This means she might have an audience somewhere else as well. She already has a like small to medium sized audience on LinkedIn, but maybe she has an email list, or maybe she has a way, maybe she's running Facebook ads for her offers or something. She's also posting regularly. She's going to events, it seems like. So she's well connected and everything. So she might be someone who I can work with and basically help her get more coaching clients. And the thing that I want to do now is I want to reach out in the right way. So I don't want to just message her and be like, hey, I'm a copywriter. Are you looking for copywriters right now? Or I can write you a free email for your email list, whatever. People don't care about that. I already talked about this in one of my recent videos. You want to have the right offer for your niche. And so if that's a business coach, if that's a mentor, and she helps service-based entrepreneurs grow and scale online businesses using simple strategies, then this is perfect for me because now I know what she does and basically I can tailor an offer right for her. So if I click on message, what happens is that sometimes people, if you cannot message them, you would have to get Sales Navigator to message them. But what you can always do is you can send a connect request. There are, by the way, for your understanding, on LinkedIn, there are open profiles and then there are private profiles. Private profiles, you need to connect with them first so that you can message them. Open profiles are people who you can already message through open mail, so they will get your message right into their inbox, and then from there they can answer you and whatever. If they have an open profile, you just message them straight away. You don't need to send a connect request. That is actually the best way to go about it because you will land right in their inbox. Chances are much higher to get a response and whatever. But if it's a good qualified lead and they don't have an open profile, what I like to do is I like to send them a connection request and then I like to add a note. So basically what you want to do is you can make it super personalized, be like, hey Jojo, and then you want to have like something that is relatable, something that is kind of human. It's kind of like, just came across your LinkedIn profile and wanted to see if you're open to a simple partnership. And then you just want to go for the offer straight away. So it's like if you want to have an offer that actually means something to them. So it's not like I can write your emails and increase sales or whatever, because that's just dog shit, When I have something that really means something to her. So what I could do is basically, I will just copy this and I'll take a look at her offer again. She helps service-based entrepreneur grow and scale online businesses. So what I can do is I can just take that, I can write it down. I can be like, I have 5 service-based entrepreneurs who need your business coaching, or I would say something like who are interested in your business coaching. Do you still have capacities to take on new? This is too long, so I could say like, so you also want to make sure that you don't hit the limit. So I'm almost at the limit, so I might have to tweak my outreach, messaging. But basically what you want to tell them is I have 5 service-based entrepreneurs. So that is like, I already have them. And, I have 5 of them, so they can already be like, okay, he has like 5 clients that meets so much money for me and stuff like that. It already rings a bell for her because that is something that is tangible. And then it's also something that is really personalized, right? Because she says, she's helping service-based entrepreneurs. And so we can just take the exact same words and be like, hey, I have 5 service-based entrepreneurs who need your coaching. Are you interested, right? And then, that's basically our offer. We could be like, I already have them. What you can also do is I can help you get 5 new service-based entrepreneurs for your coaching service. And if I don't, I do it for free or whatever. Or it's like, and if I don't, you don't pay a single penny. Are you interested? Something like that. I already talked about this in the last video. Just have a really, really good offer and like just something that has a guarantee, because that lowers the risk as much as possible. And so you want to do that too. So here, to not get to the limit, I'll be like, I have 5 service-based entrepreneurs who need your coaching service. Are you interested? And then that's it. I'm right at the limit. I'm right at the limit. And so this could be my outreach message. And I can send this out. And then basically this is the first lead that I target. And then I can just target as many leads as possible. I think on LinkedIn, you can send like 20 connects per day. So a connection request like this with a message, you can send like 20 per day. But then if you are messaging an open profile, I think those are kind of unlimited. I'm not sure what's the limit there. But, just feel free to just send out as many messages as possible and then send out to open profiles. And if you really want to go for like volume and you're really hungry for clients and you have lots of time to do outreach, I would advise you to actually create 3 different LinkedIn accounts with your name, all have the same profile picture and banner and bio and everything, and then just connect with lots of people so that you have like 100 or 200 connects, so you actually look like a real human, like a real credible person. And then you can do that from 3 different accounts and you can actually bump up the volume. And if you're an OG, then you can actually also hire an appointment setter on commission that sends out these copy paste templates that you give them, just like this. You can show them this video actually, and then they can do that on commission, and you only pay them for the calls that they book for you. So if they send out, let's say 100 DMs per day, they book you 1 call, then you pay them like $50 for that call. And if you close the client, you might make thousands of dollars from it. So that's how I would go about it if I was you. I'm actually spitting some real sauce here at the end. But yeah, just to show you that LinkedIn really works. This is like my first client. When I had Sales Navigator, I targeted him with the open mail that I just told you, like an open profile that you just send in straight to the inbox mail. I stopped using Sales Navigator, so I lost the chat with him. But then I would reached out back to him because we already were connected, and I was like, hey John, it's me again. Stop using Sales Navigator. So I'm chatting through the normal LinkedIn chat, and then I asked for a call, and then he said I'm swamped, blah blah blah. Then I just sent him the Calendly link. He booked the call through the Calendly. We went on a call, and as you can see in my $1 million copywriting swipe file, if you don't have that, link is in the description. It's like a free swipe file of all of my copywriting pieces that I wrote for clients that have generated, hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is also where you can find my work for John Renken. I built some landing pages and also some emails from him, so make sure to check it out. You can get some inspiration for your own copy pieces. But yeah, basically that's how I would do cold DM outreach if I would start from scratch, and if I would do it only by myself. I would use LinkedIn, and I would just target all of these people through LinkedIn, try to get some first couple clients there, and then I would invest into a VA or an appointment setter who can help me with outreach. And then basically that's how I would do it. So I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share it, and then I'll see you in the next one.